Kevin Stefanski's crossroads, Shedeur Sanders' rise, Dillon Gabriel's shadow, and the NFL's next QB flashpoint. The night that changed the conversation. The Cleveland Browns' preseason opener was supposed to be routine. A rotation of quarterbacks, a few experimental offensive looks, and a relatively uneventful August evening against the Carolina Panthers. But then Shedeur Sanders happened. A fifth-round pick with a famous last name, Sanders wasn't penciled in as the centerpiece of the Browns' quarterback battle. The fight for QB1 was supposed to be between Joe Flacco, Dillon Gabriel, and Kenny Pickett. Sanders? He was supposed to be an intriguing developmental piece, a long-term investment rather than an immediate competitor. Except the script got rewritten in real time. With Gabriel and Pickett sidelined by hamstring injuries, Sanders got the ball, the stage, and the rare kind of opportunity that can shift a career trajectory overnight. What followed was 60 minutes of composure, poise, and production. 14 completions on 23 attempts, 138 yards, 2 touchdowns, 0 turnovers. For a rookie quarterback, it was more than just promising. It was a statement. The moment Shedeur claimed, Sanders' first touchdown came on a crisp 7-yard strike to Caden Davis. A play that demonstrated precision and timing, threading the ball between defenders with no margin for error. His second score, a 12-yard dart to Davis again, was equally sharp, showing he wasn't just riding a lucky break. He was reading the defense, anticipating windows, and delivering throws with purpose. The Browns won 30-10, but the score was almost irrelevant. What mattered was that a rookie wearing QB4 status had just made himself impossible to ignore. When Sanders posted on X afterward, "Thank you, God," it wasn't just a victory lap. It was a reminder of what this meant to him. This wasn't just another preseason outing. It was his first tangible NFL resume entry, and it was good enough to make people inside and outside Cleveland ask, what happens now? The fan base awakens. Cleveland sports fans have seen everything, from heartbreaking losses to unexpected surges. But they also know when something feels different. Within hours, Sanders' highlights were circulating on social media. The comments weren't just "good game, kid." They were demands. Give him first-team reps. Let him run with the starters. Stop holding him back. The national sports talk circuit took notice. On 92.3 The Fan, insiders Daryl Reuter and Nick Pedone summed it up bluntly. Because of how intense the training camp coverage has been, it's known across the nation that Shedeur Sanders hasn't had the same opportunity as Dillon Gabriel. So if Dillon Gabriel gets out there in live action, where the country can see, and he doesn't play well, the onus is going to be on the organization. This wasn't a local story anymore. The Shedeur question had gone national. The Stefanski dilemma. Head coach Kevin Stefanski is no stranger to quarterback management. In his tenure with the Browns, he's navigated injuries, trades, and mid-season depth chart reshuffles. But this situation is different. In the wake of Sanders' performance, Stefanski had a chance to throw gasoline on the rookie's momentum by announcing that he'd see first-team reps ahead of next week's joint practices with the Philadelphia Eagles. Instead, he sidestepped. "We need to get through the next couple of days from an injury standpoint and see where everybody is," Stefanski said. "I'm focused on all of our quarterbacks' development." It was a classic coach's answer, safe, measured, and entirely non-committal. But in the context of what had just happened, it felt like a cold splash of water to a fan base ready to dream. The backdrop? Gabriel and Pickett's injuries. Part of the reason Sanders even got extended action against Carolina was the absence of Dillon Gabriel and Kenny Pickett, both nursing hamstring injuries. Gabriel, in particular, has been given more opportunities in camp despite being drafted after Sanders. That disparity hasn't gone unnoticed. It's why the sight of Sanders running Stefanski's offense so smoothly in his first live NFL action lit such a spark. Fans and some analysts are asking, if he's this poised now, why not test him against first-team defenses sooner? National pressure is building. The Browns drafted Sanders knowing exactly what his last name meant. As the son of Deion coach Prime Sanders, he came with built-in attention, a loyal following from his college days at Colorado, and the kind of public intrigue most rookies can't buy. By letting him light up a preseason game without committing to him afterward, the Browns unintentionally created a lose-lose scenario for themselves. If they stick with Gabriel and he struggles, they'll face a tidal wave of "why not Shedeur?" backlash. If they elevate Sanders now, they risk being accused of bending to public pressure rather than sticking to their evaluation process. Reuter and Pedone nailed it. You're going to have not just Browns fans, but you're going to have an entire country of Shedeur Sanders fans and supporters looking at Kevin Stefanski and Andrew Berry right or wrong and casting their throwing stones. Why Stefanski is hesitant. To the casual observer, Stefanski's caution looks like stubbornness. But from a coaching standpoint, there are legitimate reasons to pump the brakes. First-team reps aren't just about skill, they're about trust. They require mastery of the playbook, timing with the starters, and a deep understanding of protection calls. Throwing a rookie into that environment too soon risks setting him back if he struggles. Stefanski has also seen plenty of August sensations fade once September hits. Preseason defenses don't game plan. They don't disguise coverage the way the Eagles or Ravens will in Week 1. What looks wide open in August might be a baited trap in the regular season. Shedeur's mindset. If Sanders is frustrated, he isn't showing it. After the game, he was as calm in front of the microphones as he was in the pocket. "I just don't think that deep into everything because there's nothing you're going to be able to control," he said. "When your number is called, perform. That's what I feel like we did today." It's a mature approach for a 22-year-old rookie. Still, the subtext is clear. His number was called and he delivered. The stakes for Week 2 of the preseason. The Browns head to Philadelphia next. The Eagles' defensive front is the exact kind of test Stefanski would want for a quarterback evaluation. Fast, disciplined, and punishing to late reads. If Sanders gets meaningful reps in that game and performs well, the pressure on Stefanski will reach a new level. If he doesn't get those reps, fans will view it as a deliberate stonewalling of a player they believe could be the future. A fan base on edge. Browns fans have been here before, falling for a young quarterback's promise, only to watch the coaching staff stick with the veteran plan. But the Shedeur Sanders situation feels different because of how quickly he's shown command. He's not just a raw athlete, he's already operating like a pro. And for a franchise that's cycled through more quarterbacks than any other in the modern NFL, that kind of readiness is intoxicating. The national spotlight. This isn't just a Cleveland problem anymore. Sanders' debut highlights are everywhere. From ESPN's morning debate shows to social media feeds filled with "Start Shedeur" hashtags. If Stefanski stays the course and Gabriel falters, it won't just be local talk radio dissecting the decision. It'll be the NFL's national narrative in Week 1. Stefanski's tightrope. The Browns' head coach is walking a tightrope between developing his rookie patiently and responding to the groundswell of support. Make the wrong call and the fallout could define his season or even his tenure. For now, Sanders waits. Gabriel heals. Pickett rehabs. And Flacco holds QB1. But the longer Shedeur stays in the background after what he just did, the louder the noise will get. The unspoken truth. Whether Stefanski admits it or not, the Browns have already reached a point of no return with Shedeur Sanders. The rookie's debut wasn't just impressive. It was enough to create an expectation. And expectations in the NFL are like pressure in a dam. You can hold them back for a while, but eventually they find a way through.